Hello friends, welcome to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. In this session, we'll start with class 7th NCRT, our environment. And before that, friends will also cover the remaining two topics of our previous session. So, in this part, we will start with our country, India, then its climatic conditions, and then we'll start our environment. Now, friends, when we are talking about our country, India is country of vast geographical expanse. Like in the north, it is bounded by the lofty Himalayas. Then on the western side, it's Arabian Sea. In the eastern side, Bay of Bengal, and the Indian Ocean in the south. So when we are talking about geographical expanse of our country, so friends, like the south, which is what the shores of Indian peninsula. Now, yes, the peninsula is piece of, yes, the peninsula is a piece of land that is surrounded by water on three sides. So the peninsula is a piece of land that is surrounded by water on three sides. So friends, basically India has an area about 3.28 million square kilometer. So the north-south extent from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, and the distance is which is around 3,200 kilometer. Yes. Now, when we are talking about east to west, which is extend from Arunachal Pradesh to Gujarat. Yes, that is Arunachal Pradesh to Kutch, which is around 2,900 kilometers. Now, the lofty mountains, the great Indian desert, the northern plain and uneven plateau surfaces, and the coast and islands present a diversity of landforms. So there is a great variety in the climate, vegetation, wildlife, as well as the language and culture also. Dear friends, when there is a great variety in the language and culture. So friends, in this diversity, We also find unity that is reflected in tradition. Yes, traditions that bind us as one nation. Now, India has population of more than 120 crores. Yes, as per the 2011 census. So it is the second most populous country of the world after China. And the projection, there is research which is showing that after a few decades, India will be the top in parameters of the population. So now, friends, as locational setting, like India is located in the northern hemisphere, so the Tropic of Cancer, that is 23 degrees 30 minutes north, passes almost halfway. Yes, this is the Tropic of Cancer. Which is passing almost halfway through the country, and like from south to north, mainland land of India extend between 8 degree 4 minutes north and 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitudes. Whereas from west to east, India extend between 68 degrees south, 68 degrees 7 minutes east, whereas 97 degrees 25 minutes east on the longitude. So this is the location of our country. Now, friends, if we divide the world into eastern and western hemispheres, now India, which is considered to be on eastern hemisphere, now friends, due to great longitudinal extent about 29 degrees, there could be wide differences of local time of places located at two extreme points of India. As such, the differences between the 2 points would be of about 2 hours. Now, as we have learned earlier that the local time changes by 4 minutes for every 1 degree of longitude. So the sun rises about 2 hours earlier in the east, that is Arunachal Pradesh, than in the west. Now, like Indian Standard Time, so this meridian or longitude, which is also termed as the standard meridian of India, which is the 82 degrees 30 minutes east, approximately 5.5 hours difference from the Greenwich meridian. So we consider that like plus 5.5 hours. Now, friends, after this, when we are talking about India's neighbors, yes, this is the location. Now, when we are discussing of the neighboring countries, like there are 7 countries that share land boundaries with India. So it's China, that is from Tibet, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, yes, the Myanmar, and then through water we can say like land boundaries like Myanmar, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, China, the part of Tibet, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. So these 7 countries that share the land boundaries with India. Now, friends, like Sri Lanka, which is separated from India by the Park Strait. Here is the location of Park Strait. So, our island neighbors like Sri Lanka and Maldives so Sri Lanka is separated from the India by Park Strait. Now, when we are talking about the political map of India, yes, so friends, there are 29 states and 8 union territories. This is political map of India. This is the political map of India. So now here is the small correction as in the flow. I informed you that about the number of states. Now friends, there are 28 states because after the reorganization of new union territory Jammu and Ladakh, like 28 states and 8 union territories comprises a country. Now, moving to the next part, that is the political and administrative divisions. So, friends, political and administrative divisions. So India is a vast country. For administrative purposes, the country is divided into now 28 states. Yes, in the book, NCERT is given 29 because the book is printed before these changes. Like, so 28 states and 8 union territories. So, in 2014, Telangana became the new state in India. So earlier, it was a part of Andhra Pradesh, and after that, Jammu and Kashmir states divided into 2 parts as union territories, like Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, and also recently the merge of 2 union territories, that is Dadra Nagar Haveli, Diu and Daman, which is merged. So these 2 union territories now counted as single union territory. So there are 28 states and 8 union territories presently in our country. So friends, Delhi is the national capital. So the states have been formed mainly on the basis of language, So Rajasthan is the largest state and Goa is smallest state in terms of area. So after that, the states divided into districts. So friends, when we are talking about physical divisions, like India is marked by a diversity of physical features such as mountains, plateaus, plains, coasts, and islands. So, standing as sentinels in the north are the lofty snow-capped Himalayas. So, the Himalaya which means the abode of snow. The Himalaya mountains are divided into three main parallel ranges, yes, which is showing in this map, like Great Himalaya or Himadri, then Middle Himalaya, that is Himachal, and then Shivalik. So friends, the world's highest peaks are located in this range, that is the Himadri or the Great Himalaya. Himachal, which is lies to the south of Himadri, so many popular hill stations, yes, hill stations are situated here. Then the Shivalik, which is the southernmost range. Now, the northern Indian plains lies to the south of the Himalayas. Yes, the northern Indian plains lie to the south of the Himalaya. They are generally leveled and flat. So see, this is the northern plain. Yes, northern plains. These are formed by alluvial deposits which laid down by the rivers like Indus, Ganga, and the Brahmaputra and their tributaries. So these are the rich in nutrients of the soil, we can say. So these rivers, the river plains provide fertile land for cultivation, and that is the reason for high concentration of population in this area, that is northern plain. Now, in the western part of India, yes, the western part of India lies the Great Indian Desert. It is dry, hot, and sandy stretch of land. It is very little vegetation. So, to the south of northern plains, which lies the peninsular plateau. So, south of the northern plains, which is known as the peninsular plateau, it is triangular in shape. The relief of highly uneven, and this is a region with numerous hill ranges and valleys. So, Aravalli Hills, one of the oldest ranges of the world, yes, I'll show. It's with the purple color. Now, like Aravalli, one of the oldest ranges of the world, and border it on the northwest side. Then the Vindhyan, so Vindhyas and the Satpuras are important ranges. See again, I'll change the color like the purple. I'll show you Vindhya range and Satpura range. Now, the rivers like Narmada and Tapi flow through these ranges. These are west flowing rivers that drain into the Arabian Sea, and the Western Ghats or Sahyadris border the plateau in the west, and the Eastern Ghats border the plateau in the eastern boundary. Yes, the Eastern Ghats provides the eastern boundary. So while the Western Ghats are almost continuous and the Eastern Ghats are broken and uneven. Yes, this is the Eastern Ghats. This is the Western Ghat. Yes, Western Range. Now, the plateau is rich in minerals like coal and iron ore. So, to the west of the Western Ghats and the east of the Eastern Ghats, which lie coastal plains, mark it with the yellow lines. These are the coastal plains. Now, friends, the western coastal plains are very narrow and the eastern coastal plains are much broader. So there are a number of east flowing rivers. The rivers Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri drain into the Bay of Bengal. These rivers have formed fertile deltas as their mouth. Like I'll show you in the red color. So this is the delta of Mahanadi, then Godavari, Kaveri, Godavari and Krishna, Kaveri. So friends, the Sundarban Delta is formed where the Ganga and Brahmaputra flow into Bay of Bengal. Yes, this is the region, Sundarban Delta. Now, friends, when we are talking about alluvial deposits, basically these alluvial deposits these are very fine soil fine soils brought by rivers and deposited in the river basins. Then tributary. So friends, a river or a stream which contributes its water to main river by discharging it into main river from either side, which is known as tributary. Like the Ganga and the Brahmaputra form the world's largest delta, which forms world's largest delta, that is Sundarban Delta, as we have discussed here. This is the Sundarban Delta. Now friends, the delta is a triangular in shape. So this delta is triangular in shape. It is an area of land formed the mouth of the river. So where rivers enter the sea, and that point is called mouth of the river. Then when we are talking about corals, yes. Now friends, yes, after that we will discuss about the corals. So friends, corals are, yes, this is the coral islands. So friends, corals are skeleton of tiny marine animals which called polyps. When the living polyps die, their skeletons are left and other polyps grow on top of the hard skeleton, which grows higher and higher, so thus forming the coral islands. Now, moving to the next part, like the coral islands, which is shown in the figure. So friends, there are two groups of islands which also form part of India, that is Lakshadweep Islands and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So the Lakshadweep Islands are located in the Arabian Sea. These are coral islands located off the coast of Kerala, and the Andaman Nicobar Islands lie to the southeast of the Indian mainland. Now, so like this Andaman Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal. So, friends, this is the information related to our country. Now, moving to the next part, now we will discuss India's climate, vegetation, and wildlife before starting the our environment. Friends, like when we are talking about weather, it is about day to day changes in the atmosphere. Yes, now we'll start. India climate, vegetation, and wildlife. So, friends, when we are talking about the weather, which is about day by day changes in atmosphere and it includes changes in temperature, rainfall, and sunshine. So, it may be hot or cold, sunny or cloudy, windy or calm. Now, we have noticed that when it is hot continuously for several days, then we don't need any warm clothes or the clothing. Like in this period, basically we are tilted towards the drinking cold drinks and like soft drinks. Yes, basically cold drinks and juices or something like that. Now, in contrast, if there are days together, we feel cold without woolen cloths when it is very windy and chilly. So, friends, that time we have something hot to eat. So, when we are talking about major seasons, yes, after the discussion of weather, when we are talking about major seasons recognized in India, the first is cold weather season, that is winter, which is from December to February. Then hot weather season, that is summer, like from March to May. Then rainy season, like we can say southwest monsoon season, from June to September. And then season of retreating monsoon, that is autumn, from October and November. So, dear friends, these are the recognized seasons in our country. Now, first of all, we'll discuss about winter that is cold weather season. So during the winter, the sun rays do not fall directly in the region. So as a result, the temperature are quite low in northern India. So as we know, in Delhi, we are feeling too cold during the winter season, that is between December to February. Now after that, summer, that is hot weather season. Friends, in the hot weather season, sun rays more or less directly fall in this region. So temperature becomes very high. Hot and dry winds called lu blow during the day in hot weather season. Now, after that, we are talking about monsoon. So friends, rainy season or southwest monsoon, which is now friends, which is marked by the onset advance of monsoon. The winds blow from Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal towards the land, and they carry moisture with them. So when these winds strike the mountain or the mountain barriers, then rainfall occurs the between June to September. And after that, the season of retreating monsoon or autumn. So again, wind move back from the mainland to the Bay of Bengal, and this is the season of retreating monsoon. The southern parts of India, particularly Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, receive rainfall in this season. So, however, when we are talking about the climate, is about the average weather conditions. Yes, which have been measured over many years. Now, the climate of India is about or the climate of India has broadly been described as monsoon type. So, monsoon is taken from the Arabic word mosim, which means seasons. Now, friends, due to India's location in the tropical region, most of the rain is brought by monsoon winds. So agriculture in India, yes, agriculture in India is dependent on rains. So good monsoon mean adequate rain and a beautiful crop. Now, moving to the next part. Now, before that, we'll just see information given in the book, like for the rains in the different part of the country. They called in different languages like Varsha in Hindi, Barish in Urdu, Paus in Marathi, and Borsha in Bengali. So, which shows the diversity culture, which means, friends, in our country, it's showing diversity of culture with the unique feature. We can say that this is the unity. Now, moving to the next part. Now we will discuss about the natural vegetation. So friends, before that, the climate of a places which is affected by yes, just will continue with the now friends, the climate of the places is affected by the location, altitude, the distance from the sea, and relief. So the climate of a place which is affected by these factors. So therefore, we experience regional differences in the climate of India, like Jaisalmer and Bikaner in the desert of Rajasthan, which are very hot, while Dras and Kargil in Jammu and Kashmir are freezing cold. Whereas coastal places like Mumbai and Kolkata experience moderate climate. They are neither too hot nor too cold. So being on the coast, these places are very humid. Now when we are talking about rainfall, so friends, Mosiram in Meghalaya, which receives the world's highest rainfall, while in a particular year, it might not rain at all in Jaisalmer in Rajasthan. So, Mosiram in Meghalaya, which receives world's highest rainfall. Now, moving to the next part, that is natural vegetation. Yes. Now, friends, we see a variety of the plant life in our surroundings. So there are small plants called bushes and shrubs like cactus and flowering plants. Yes, bushes, shrubs, then cactus and flowering plants. So, besides, there are many tall trees, some with many branches and leaves like neem, mango, or some which stand with few leaves, such as palm. Now, the grasses, shrubs, and trees which grow on their own without interference or help from human beings are called natural vegetation. So, friends, the grasses, shrubs, and trees which grow on their own without interference or help from human beings are called natural vegetation. So there are different types of natural vegetation which are dependent on different climatic conditions, among which the amount of rainfall is very important for the natural vegetation. Now, due to varied climatic conditions, India has a wide range of natural vegetation like there are 5 types of natural vegetation: tropical evergreen forest, tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, then thorny bushes, yes friends, then mountain vegetation and mangrove forest. Yes, mangrove forests. So friends, there are 5 types of natural vegetation: tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, thorny bushes, mountain vegetation, and mangrove forest. Now, first, we will discuss about tropical rainforest, that is, tropical evergreen forest. So, friends, tropical rainforests occur in the areas which receive heavy rainfall. Yes, there. So, tropical rainforests occur in the areas which receive heavy rainfall. They are so dense that sunlight does not reach the ground. So, many species of trees are found in these forests which shade their leaves at different time or different times of the year. So friends, they are always appear green, and that's why these type of forests called evergreen forest. So see, here is the diagram. That is the tropical rainforests. Now, the important trees found in these forests like mahogany, ebony, and rosewood. So friends, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, parts of northeastern states, and a narrow strip of the Western Ghats, a western slope of the Western Ghats, are the home of this tropical evergreen forest. Now, after that, the tropical deciduous forests. Now, in a large part of country, which have this type of forest, like these forests are also called monsoon forests. They are less dense, they shed their leaves at particular time of the year. So important trees of these forests are sal, teak, people, neem, then hisam. So basically, these types of forests found in Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, and in the parts of Maharashtra. This is the tropical deciduous forest. Now, friends, after that, next is thorny bushes. So this type of vegetation is found in dry areas of country. So the leaves are in the form of spines. To reduce the loss of water. So the cactus, yeah, bubble, then kikar are important and are found in this, yes, are the important trees, or we can say the species. Now, this thorny bushes which found in the states of Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, and eastern slope of Western Ghats and Gujarat. Then after that, mountain vegetation. Yes, friends. After that, we will discuss mountain vegetation. Now, friends, mountain vegetation, a wide range of species is found in the mountains according to the variation of height. So, variation in height. So, with increase in height, the temperature falls. So, at a height between 1500 meters and 2500 meters, most of the trees are conical in shape. These trees are called coniferous trees. Yes. Now, next is mountain vegetation. Now, friends, so where is the wide spaces found in the mountains according to variation in heights? Like the trees are in conical shape, so the trees are called coniferous trees. So cedar, pine, and deodar are important trees of mountain vegetation forest. After that, moving to the next part, that is mangrove forests. Now, friends, these forests can survive in saline water. They are found mainly in Sundarbans. In West Bengal and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So, Sundri is well-known species. Sundri is the well-known species of trees in mangrove forests, after which Sundarban have been named. So, this is about the mangrove forests. Now, friends, here we should discuss why our forests are necessary. Yes, why are forests necessary? So, friends, forests are very helpful for us. They perform various functions. Plants releases oxygen that we breathe and absorb carbon dioxide. The roots of the plants bind the soil, thus they control soil erosion. So, forests provide us with timber for furniture, fuel wood, fuel wood, fodder, shelter, medicinal plants, herbs, lac, honey, and gum, fruits. So, basically, forests are the natural habitat for wildlife. So, natural vegetation has been destroyed to a large extent because of the reckless cutting of trees. So, we should plant more trees and protect the existing ones and make people aware for the importance of trees. We can have special programs like One Mahotsav to involve more people in making our earth green. Yes, now the image is also showing what we get from forests. Now, friends, after that, we will discuss about wildlife. Yes, after natural vegetation, we will discuss about wildlife. So, forests are home to variety of wildlife. There are thousands of species of animals, large variety of reptiles, amphibians, mammals, birds, insects, worms which dwell in the forest. So, when we are talking about wildlife, so friends, the tiger is our national animal. So, it is found in various parts of the country, like Gir Forest in Gujarat is the home of Asiatic lands, elephants, and one-horned rhinoceros roam in the forests of Assam. Elephants are also found in Kerala and Karnataka. Then camels and wild asses are found in the Great Indian Desert and the Run of Kutch. So, like the Great Indian Desert, yes, the camels found in the Great Indian Desert and wild asses found in the Run of Kutch. So, wild goats, snow leopards, bears, etc., are found in Himalayan regions. And besides this, many other animals are found in our country, such as monkey, wolf, jackal, nilgai, cheetal. So, India is equally rich in bird life. So, the peacock is our national bird. So, other common birds are parrots, pigeons, mean geese, bulbul, and ducks. So, there are several birds found in the different regions of our country. There are several bird sanctuaries which have been created to give birds their natural habitat. So, these provides the birds protection from hunters. Now, friends, there are several hundreds of species of snakes found in India. Cobras and crickets are important among them. Due to cutting of forests and hunting, several species of wildlife of India are declining rapidly. Many species have already become extinct. In order to protect them, many national parks, sanctuaries, and biosphere reserves have been set up. So the government has been started Project Tiger, Project Elephant to protect these animals. Now, as being a citizen or the responsible citizen, dear friends, we can also contribute in conserving wildlife. So, like, we can refuse to buy things made from parts of the bodies of animals, such as their bones, horns, fur, skins, and feathers. So, every year, we observe Wildlife Week in the first week of October to create awareness of conserving the habitats of the animal kingdom. Now, friends, like migratory bird, yes, migratory birds. So, some birds such as pintail duck, then curlews, flamingo, osprey, and little stink migrate to our country in winter season. Yes, they migrate every year in winter season. So, friends, smallest migratory bird, little stink, which weighing as low as 15 gram. So, from Arctic region, they travel over 8,000 kilometers to reach India. Now, along with that, friends, you can also see the list of capitals for the all states. You can check into the NCRT book. Now, friends, before going to the next part, it's my pleasure to welcome you all on Unacademy, India's largest learning platform. It's me, Rishikesh Inamdar, guiding UPSC aspirants from last 8 years. You can follow me on Unacademy. Yes. Now, friends, UPSC Combat we are conducting on every Sunday morning 11 a.m. We'll provide you the link in description box. So you can enroll yourself using the link given in the description box. Now, in this combat, you can evaluate your preparation with other aspirants at all India level. So friends, do not forget to enroll yourself for Unacademy Combat. There are amazing prizes like iPad mini, Apple AirPod, JBL speaker and Amazon vouchers. So you can use referral code RBI Life, enroll for the Unacademy Combat. Yes, dear friends, Unacademy is providing number of features with your subscription, like batches worth rupees 1,25,000. Then test series for pre and mains, study material, optional batches. So which will cost around 2,30,000 in market, but Unacademy is providing you all these benefits in discounted price, like approx only 57 and a thousand. So friends, you can opt for Unacademy subscriptions. And here is the reminder that is from 1st August, there will be price hike in all subscription. Yes, dear friends, CSE Assure is there. So those aspirants will go with the 2-year subscription. Then they'll get 1-year extended validity if they are not able to crack the examination in that 2 years subscription period. Yes, friends, we are also celebrating Mentorship Week from 29th July to 4th August. Like, you have to pay only 2,000 rupees and you can get optional preparation worth rupees 27,500 and get yourself an expert mentor to guide you in your UPSC journey. Yes. Now, friends, with the Unacademy subscription, you will get number of benefits like personal coach to handle you in your UPSC journey, comprehensive coverage till mains, prelims, mains, and optional test series worth rupees 45,000 absolutely free. CSE Assure with 2-year and above subscription and optional guidance with your iconic subscription. Yes, you can also save on combo. So friends, there will be huge discount on combo subscription. So you will also get 10% additional discount, which means for the 1 year of combo subscription, you have to pay only 49,680 rupees. And the offer is valid till 2nd August. Then we are also providing free test series for optional subject with minimum 1 year and above combo subscription. And the offer is extended till 4th August. So friends, you can opt for mass subscription offer, like where you will get extended validity. Like for the 1 year of subscription, you will get validity till mains 2022. And for the 2-year plan, you will get validity till mains 2023. Now friends, we are also providing UPSC comprehensive test series. Like, you will get topic wise sectional and full length test for preliminary and main examination. So this test series worth rupees 30,000 you will get absolutely free with 1 year subscription and onwards. Those aspirants looking for EMI facility or no cost EMI benefits, we are providing this, and also will provide you loan facility using the link given in the description box. We are providing study material in hard copy worth rupees 10,000, which is free with 1 year subscription and onwards. Yes, we have Iconic and Plus subscription. These are the paid subscriptions available on our platform. Now friends, in Plus subscription, you will get live classes, structured courses, unlimited access for live and recorded classes, and weekly test. Along with this, you will get additional benefits in Iconic subscription like personal guidance, study planner, study material, experts guidelines, and test analysis. Now friends, those aspirants pursuing their graduation or up to their 12th examination planning to start their preparation for civil services, they can go with Iconic subscription. So friends, you can also use referral code RBI Life to get 10% discount and mentorship during your UPSC journey. So friends, you have to pay only 44,550 rupees for the 1 year of Plus subscription. And for the 1 year of Iconic subscription, you have to pay only 67,050 rupees after discount. The 10% discount is also applicable on optional subscription. Here also you can use the referral code RBI Live to get 10% discount. Yes friends, we are going to start new batches from 4th August. We have regular batches like 1 year, 2 year batches. Then prelims core booster, multiple choice question batches for UPSC CSE. Yes, free test series for all aspirants. Friends, where we will cover general studies and current affairs part. So you can enroll yourself for free test series using referral code RBI Live. So friends, you can start your preparation with Unacademy. Now friends, as till now in NCRT series, we have covered the Earth in solar system, motions of Earth, maps, major domains of the Earth, major landforms of the Earth, our country India, and climate, vegetation, and wildlife. Now, moving to the next part. Now, in class 7th NCRT, we will continue with the topics like environment inside our Earth, our changing Earth, air, water, natural vegetation and wildlife, human environment settlement, transport, and communication, human environment interactions, the tropical and the subtropical region, life in the deserts. Now, friends, let's start with the topic environment. Now, here we start our environment textbook of the geography class 7th. And before moving further, friends, do not forget to download Unacademy app and you can follow me. Just type the name Rushikesh Inamdar. You can follow me. And also you can attend free special classes. Yes, friends. Like in special classes, these are the interactive live classes. There are polls for the learners. Then raise the hand option so you can talk to your educators in live classes and get your doubts resolved in real time. Yes, never miss a class. So get notified for lessons, upcoming courses, and recommendations curated just for you. Then lecture notes, and you can watch these classes live or recorded anytime from your any device and as per your convenience. So friends, do not forget to watch our recorded special classes and upcoming special classes on Unacademy app. Now friends, let's start today's new topic, our environment. We'll start with the environment first. Now friends, when we are talking about environment, like environment is our basic life support system. Yes. So there is a story given in the NCRT book. Now friends, environment is our basic life support system. It provides the air we breathe and the water we drink, the food we eat, and the land where we live. So, like the cutting here in the book, like how do human beings modify this natural environment? Like the car, fumes pollute the air, water is collected in a pot, food is served in vessels, and land is used to build factories. So human beings make cars, mills, factories, and manufacture containers. This is how human beings modify natural environment. So friends, when we are talking about the components of environment, like we are modifying our natural environment as per our need. So components of environment like natural components, hydrosphere, atmosphere, lithosphere, and biosphere. Yes, we have discussed introductory part of these natural components of environment in last NCRT. Then the human-made components like buildings, parks, bridges, roads, monuments, and industries. Then when we are talking about human, like individual, family, community, religion, educational, economic, and political situation. So friends, these are the components of environment. Now we can say that the place, people, things, and nature that surrounds any living organism is called environment. Yes, so friends, the place, people, things, and nature that surround any living organism is called environment. So it is a combination of natural and human-made phenomenon. So while the natural environment refers to both biotic and abiotic conditions existing on the earth. So human environment, which reveals that activities, creations, and interactions among human beings. So when we are talking about biotic and abiotic conditions which existing on the earth, so the biotic means the world of living organisms like plants and animals, and abiotic, which means the world of non-living elements, example land. Now we will discuss about natural environment. So friends, natural environment so land, water, air, plants, animals, which comprise the natural environment. So as we have discussed, the terms like lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. Now we'll discuss some more facts about these domains. So first is lithosphere. So friends, lithosphere is the solid crust or the hard top layer of the earth, and it is made up of rocks and minerals and covered by a thin layer of soil. It is an irregular surface with various landforms such as mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, etc. Now, landforms are found over the continents and also on the ocean floors. So lithosphere is domain that provides us forests, grasslands, yes, grasslands for grazing, land for agriculture, and human settlements. So it is also source of mineral wealth. Now friends, before that, we just forget to discuss about the origin of the word environment. So friends, the French word environment, so environment, which means neighborhood. So the environment word, which is originated from, composed from the French word environment, environment meaning the neighborhood. Now, moving to the next part, like natural environment. So friends, this is the domains of the environment, like the domain of water refer to the hydrosphere. It comprises of various sources of water and different types of water bodies like rivers, lakes, seas, oceans. So it is essential for all living organisms. The atmosphere is the thin layer of air that surrounds the earth. The gravitational force of the earth which holds the atmosphere around it. Now, the atmosphere which protect us from the harmful rays and scorching heat of the sun. And scorching heat of the sun now it consists of a number of gases, dust and water vapor. The changes in the atmosphere which produced changes in the weather and climate. Now, plant and animal kingdom together make biosphere or the living world. It is a narrow zone of the earth where land, water, and air interact with each other to support life. Yes, So friends, when we are talking about biosphere, so the plant and animal kingdom together make biosphere. It is the narrow zone of the earth where land, water, and air interact with each other to support life. This figure is describing all about the biosphere. Now, friends, we'll see the ecosystem. Now, what is ecosystem? So, before discussing this, friends, ecosystem is a system which formed by the interaction of all living organisms with each other and with the physical and chemical factors of the environment in which they live, all linked by transfer of energy and material. Now, we'll discuss about ecosystem. So, friends, so all plants, animals, and human beings. So, all plants, animals, and human beings depend on their immediate surroundings. So, often they are also interdependent on each other. So, friends, the relation between the living organisms as well as the relation between the organisms and their surroundings, which form an ecosystem. Yes, the relation between the living organisms as well as relation between the organisms and their surroundings, which form an ecosystem. So there could be an ecosystem of large rainforest, grassland, desert, mountains, lake, river, ocean, and even a small pond. So now see the picture which is showing the a pond ecosystem. Yes. Now, after that, we will discuss about the human environment. So, human beings interact with the environment and modify it according to their need. Now, early humans adapted themselves to the natural surroundings. They led a simple life and fulfilled their requirements from the nature around. So they learn to grow crops, domestic animals, and settled a life. So the wheel was invented, surplus food was produced, barter system emerged, then trade started, and commerce developed. So industrial revolution enabled large scale production, then transportation become faster, and information revolution which made communication easier and speedy across the world. So now friends, here just remember that the we are celebrating World Environment Day on every year in the month of June, that is on the 5th June. Now, after this, so a perfect balance is necessary. Yes, perfect balance is necessary between the natural and human environment. So humans must learn to live and use their environment in harmonious way. So friends, there should be a perfect balance for the utilization of the natural resources. Now, there are number of activities given in the NCRT book. Yes. Now, after that, we will discuss inside our earth. So friends, the earth, our homeland, is a dynamic planet. It is constantly undergoing changes inside and outside. So, now we will see what is the earth made up of. Now, first of all, we will discuss about the interior of the earth yes. So friends, the earth, when we are talking about the interior, so the earth is made up of several concrete layers with one inside. So friends, it is necessary to cover up all NCERT books for your concept clarity, which will help you to understand the concept. Now, when we are talking about interior of the earth, which is made up of several concrete layers with one inside another. Yes, in this figure, it's showing this. Now, the uppermost layer of the earth's surface is called crust. Then, it is the thinnest of all the, yes, it is the thinnest of all the layers. So, it is about 35 kilometers. Now, on the continental masses and only 5 kilometers on the ocean floor. Yes, the 35 kilometer on the continental masses whereas only 5 kilometers on the ocean floors. So, the main mineral constituents of the continental mass are silica and alumina. So, friends, it is just called Sial, silica and aluminum. So, the oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium. So, it is therefore called as SEMA. Now, just beneath the crust is the mantle, which is extend up to the depth of 2900 kilometers below the crust. So friends, the innermost layer is the core with the radius of about 3500 kilometers. So it is mainly made up of nickel and iron, so which is called as knife. So the central core has very high temperature and pressure. Yes, the central core, which is has, yes, the central core which has very high temperature and pressure. Now, friends, when we are talking about rocks and minerals, Before that, the crust, which forms only 1% of the volume of the earth, the 84% which consists of mantle, and 15% which making the core. So the radius of the earth is 6,371 kilometers. Now, friends, after that we will discuss about the rocks and minerals. Yes. To see the continental crust and oceanic crust. The continental crust, ocean and oceanic crust. Now, friends, after that we will discuss rocks and minerals. So the Earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks. So any natural mass of mineral friends, any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the Earth's crust is called rock. Rock is any natural mass of mineral that makes up Earth's crust is known as rock. Now, rock can be different color, size, texture. So there are major three types of rocks. One is igneous, second sedimentary, third metamorphic, so now when the molten magma cools, it becomes solid, and rocks thus formed are called igneous rocks. They are also called primary rocks. So there are two types of igneous rocks: intrusive rocks and extrusive rocks. Again, the igneous rocks divided into two types. One is intrusive, and second one is extrusive. So friends, the igneous, when we are talking about the origin of this word, so Latin word ignis, which means fire, then sedimentary, Latin word sedimentum, and metamorphic, that is Greek word metamorphic, meaning metamorphose, which means change of form. So these are the origin of igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Friends, now when we are talking about lava, which is actually fiery red molten magma, which coming out from the interior of the earth on its surface. So when this molten lava comes on the earth's surface, it rapidly cools down and becomes solid. So rocks formed in such a way on the crust are called extrusive igneous rocks. So they have very fine grained structure like basalt. So the Deccan Plateau is made up of basalt rocks and sometimes the molten magma cools down deep inside the earth's crust. Solid rocks so formed are called intrusive igneous rocks. Since they cool down slowly and they form large grains. So friends, granite is an example of intrusive igneous rock. So grinding stones used to prepare paste powder of spices, yes, spices and grains are made up of granites. Now, rocks roll down, crack, and hit each other are broken down into small fragments. Now, these small particles are called sediments. So, these sediments are transported and deposited by wind, water. These loose sediments are compressed and hardened to form layers of rock. So these types of rocks are called sedimentary rocks. So like sandstone is the example. Sorry. Yes, friends. The sandstone is the made up of grains of sand. So these rocks may also contain fossil of plants. Yes, fossils of plants, animals, and other microorganisms that once lived on them. So igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphic rocks under great heat and pressure. For example, the clay, which changes into slate, and limestone, into marble. So, friends, clay changes into slate, and limestone changes into marble under the great heat and pressure. So, rocks are very useful to us. The hard rocks are used for making roads, houses, and buildings. So, friends, here we should discuss about the fossils. Fossils means the remains of the dead plants animals which trapped in the layers of rock is called as fossils. Now, friends, like the one type of rock changes to another type under certain conditions in a cyclic manner. So, this process of transformation of the rock from one to another is known as the rock cycle. Now, friends, see the magma, like from this magma, it creates igneous rock. Then the sediments of these igneous rocks change into the sedimentary rock, and then sedimentary rock converts into the metamorphic rock. So, when the molten magma cools, it solidified to become igneous rock, which are broken down into small particles and that are transported and deposited to form of sedimentary rocks. So when the igneous and sedimentary rocks are subject to heat and pressure, they change into metamorphic rocks, and the metamorphic rocks, which are still under great heat and pressure, melt down to form molten magma. So the molten magma again can cool down and solidify into igneous rocks. So this is the rock cycle. So friends, rocks are made up of different minerals. So minerals are naturally occurring substances which have certain physical properties and definite chemical composition. Then minerals are very important to humankind. Some are used as fuels. For example, coal, natural gas, and petroleum. So they are also used in industry like iron, aluminium, gold, uranium, in medicine, in like fertilizers. So friends, this is the rock cycle and formation of rocks. So we have discussed about the inside our earth, the interior of the earth, like crust, mantle, and inner core. Then continental and ocean crust. Yes, continental and oceanic crust. We have discussed about the Sial, Sima, the part of continental mass. Then we have discussed about rocks and minerals. So there are three types of rocks. These major types: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Then we have discussed about the fossils. Now, again, we discussed about the rock cycle. Now, friends, next, moving to the our changing Earth. So, friends, the lithosphere, which is broken into a number of plates known as lithospheric plates. So, now to know that these plates the lithosphere is broken into number of lithospheric plates, and then to know that these plates move around very slowly, just a few millimeters each year. So this is because of the movement of the molten magma. Movements of the molten magma inside the earth. So the molten magma inside the earth, which moves in a circular manner. So the movement of these plates cause changes on the surface of the earth. So friends, the earth movements are divided on the basis of the forces which cause them. So the forces which act in the interior of the earth are called endogenic forces. Endogenic forces, and the forces that work on the surface of the earth are called as exogenic force. Yes, exogenic forces. Now, friends, this is the chart of evolution of landforms. Now, endogenic force sometimes produce sudden movements, and at the other times which produced slow movements. So, sudden movements like earthquake, yes, and volcanoes, and mass destruction over the surface of the earth, that is the landslides. So, a volcano is a vent, that is the opening in the earth's crust through which molten material erupts suddenly. Yes, see a volcano. So the mantle crust, magma chamber. This is the magma chamber. This is the crust. This is the mantle. Now, friends, when the lithospheric plates move, then the surface of the earth, yes, when the surface of the earth vibrates, yes, so when lithospheric plates move, the surface of the earth vibrates, and these vibrations can travel all around the earth. These vibrations are called as earthquakes. Yes, see the origin of an earthquake. Now, the place in the crust where the movement starts is called the focus. See, this is the focus. Now, the place on the surface above the focus is called epicenter. This is epicenter. So, vibrations travel outwards from epicenter was waves, and the greatest damage is usually closest to the epicenter, and the strength of the earthquake decreases away from the center. So friends, there are three types of earthquake waves. One is P waves or longitudinal waves. Then S waves or the transfer waves, transverse. Yes, transverse waves. Then L waves, that is the surface waves. So friends, this is the diagram which showing the origin of earthquake. Now, although earthquakes cannot be predicted, the impact can certainly be minimized if we are prepared before. So some common earthquake which predictions methods adopted locally by people include studying animal behavior. Fish in the ponds get agitated. Snakes come to the surface. So friends, in the book, there is a case study given on the earthquake in 2001 near the Gujarat, or we can say the Bhuj. Now, friends, earthquake is measured with a machine which is called as seismogram. Yes, seismograph. So the earthquake is measured with a machine called seismograph, and the magnitude of the earthquake is measured. Yes, magnitude of the earthquake, which is measured on the Richter scale. So an earthquake of 2.0, that is earthquake of 2.0 or less, can be felt only a little. Then earthquake over the 5.0 can cause damage of the things falling, and a 6.0 and above magnitude is strong, and 7 is classified as major earthquake. So the earthquake is measured with the machine called seismograph, and the scale is Richter scale. So friends, when we are talking about the earthquake preparedness, like first is safe spot. So under a kitchen counter, table or desk, or against in against an inside corner or wall. Then second is stay away from, like fireplaces, areas around chimneys, windows that shatter including mirrors and picture frames. Then be prepared, spread awareness among your friends and family members, and face any disaster confidently. So this is the earthquake preparedness. Now after that, friends, we will discuss about the major landforms. Yes, so friends, in major landforms. So the landscape is being continuously worn, yes, continuously worn away by two processes like weathering and erosion. So friends, weathering is the breaking up of the rocks on the earth. Yes, weathering is the breaking up of the rocks on the earth's surface, whereas erosion is the wearing away of the landscape by different agencies like water, wind, and ice. So the eroded material is carried away and transported by water, wind, and eventually deposited. So the process of erosion and deposition which create different landforms on the surface of the earth. Here we will discuss the work of a river, wind, and ice. So friends, in the next part, we will cover the remaining topics. So friends, do not forget to enroll yourself before 31st July for the Unacademy courses. Yes, friends, we are going to start new batches from 4th August onwards, and till 31st July, you will get number of benefits and discounted price, because on 1st August onwards, there will be prices hike on all subscriptions. You can also enroll yourself for Unacademy Combat. Will provide you link in the description box. The CSE Assure, as we have discussed, mentorship week. There are huge discount on combo subscription for the limited period. The month subscription offer and UPSC comprehensive test series. Yes, those aspirant facing financial constraint, they can opt for the loan or no cost EMI benefits using this link. We'll provide you link in the description box also. And dear friends, Unacademy is providing 20 books, that is study material in hard copy worth rupees 10,000, which is free with 1 year subscription and onwards. These books are curated by top educators, which includes the previous year questions also. Now friends, you can also watch our free special classes. You can download the Unacademy app. Follow me and get updates related to the sessions. In special class, you will also get lecture notes. Then you will get alert of the schedule and lectures. Basically, it's interactive live sessions which will help you to boost up your preparation. So friends, do not forget to download the Unacademy app and start watching special classes. These are the free for all aspirants. Along with this, friends, do not forget to enroll yourself for free test series, where we will cover general studies and current affairs part. So you can use referral code RBI Live, unlock the test. So friends, that's it for today's marathon session. Now, in the next session, we will continue on the major land reforms and other related topics. So friends, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe Unacademy videos. We are providing assistance for your UPSC journey through number of ways. So keep studying, keep revising, stay home,